Hiya all my Ali Pallies, and thank you for tuning in today. Now, as some of you know, yesterday it was my birthday, and I want to thank all of you that sent me birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. Now, you will see that I have got my pajamas on again, because as anybody that is in a similar situation to me that has certain conditions realizes that even when you go out, even if it's for an hour or so, it wipes you out the next day. And that's what happened yesterday. I was out, didn't go far, went out for a meal with my dad, and then I was absolutely exhausted afterwards and fell asleep again. And anyway, that's enough of that. So that's why I'm still in my pajamas, but I'm hoping that once I get my makeup on, that it will give me a little bit more of an oomph to get dressed. But it also gives me a chance to show you this, because I am so fed up of getting makeup all over my clothes all the time and all over my dressing gown all the time. And I did that makeshift apron, that this is one of my birthday treats to myself. I'm going to show you right now. So if you could see, it is a lovely, let me just see if I can zoom out there and you can see it. I'm not very tall, so I have to adjust it quite a bit. So yeah, this is my makeup apron now, and it's got pockets in it so I can put lipsticks and all sorts. I can also make other people up wearing it, and it's been made bespoke for me. I couldn't get Ali M's Beauty put on it, only Ali M, but I love it. I love it. So that's my apron on, so no more getting makeup stains over any of my clothes. And today I wanted to show you the other birthday treat I bought myself. I've got some birthday goodies coming up as well. Some voucher for Charlotte Tilbury, because you know I'm a bit short of Charlotte Tilbury makeup. Anyway, I treated myself to some Daniel Sandler makeup, and I wanted to show you what I got, and I wanted to do another look with Daniel Sandler because I'm in that mood. So before I came on, I actually put on his foundation in shade Honey and his concealer. And before that, I've also been testing out some MAC samples, and you're going to probably be seeing a lot more MAC in the coming months, because I have got a discount now for MAC, which means that I can get things at a lot cheaper price, and I do love MAC makeup anyway. So I probably, if I'm getting new products, a lot of them will be MAC. Also, there's only so many Charlotte Tilbury products to show you, and I've shown you so many, but let me know if there's still things of Charlotte Tilbury. I'm not going to leave her completely. I know a lot of you tune in because of Charlotte Tilbury, so don't worry. I know that. I'm not going to abandon her altogether. And so, yeah, I've been trying out this natural base Lumiere primer, which has got a radiant yellow base. Now, they do two. They do one that's got pink for lighter skins, and then they've got one that does yellow. And I thought I only had pink, but I found a yellow one this morning. So I wanted to see what that was going to look like and whether it was going to help my foundation stay a bit longer. So I'm testing that out, and I'll keep you updated on that. But let's jump now to the new products I got from Mr. Sandler himself. Woo! So I'll show you what I got, and then I'm going to do a look, and I might be using some of the new products and some that I've already got. But basically, I'm just going to use all Daniel Sandler today because I want to. Okay. And also, if Daniel is watching this, because I know sometimes he does watch this, happy birthday to you as well, because I understand it was your birthday a couple of days before mine. So happy birthday, Daniel. And I hope you had a great day, because you definitely deserve it. All right, let's get going, shall we? So I wanted, after seeing, anybody that's not seen it yet, if you see a channel called Beauty and the Bees, she did a massive haul of Daniel Sandler. and it reminded me that I've got one item called a watercolour creme blush by Daniel Sandler, and I absolutely love it. And it's just so easy to blend it into my skin. I love the way that it blends in, it looks and everything else, that I wanted to get a couple more of them because she had quite a few in her haul. So I went on to get a couple more, and I actually got some advice from Daniel. I messaged him about the bronzer because there's 2 bronzers, and he gave me a bit of advice about which bronzer to get, which I can pass to you. Okay, and then so I got two of these watercolor cremes. One was a bronzer, one is a blusher, and I'll show you those. I also bought a full size because, as you know, I had samples of all the new 6 shades, but I didn't have all the full sizes. I bought a full size of the mid-orange shimmer shade called Grace because I just had to get it after getting the sample, and I will show you that and definitely put that on my face. And because I bought that amount and spent a certain amount, I got a free product, which is $1 Billion Body Shimmer. Now, I don't really, and it comes with this lovely powder puff. I don't really go in for body shimmers. You'll probably notice, looking back at my channel, I'm just going to, actually, no, that's probably quite a good height. You probably notice that one of the things you've never seen me review on Charlotte Tilbury is her supermodel body. I just don't go in for body shimmers, body bronzers, whatever. But this is lovely, and I did try it yesterday, so I'm going to give you a bit of feedback on that. At the moment, if you spend, I think it's either £30 or £35, but I will check and put it on voiceover in a minute. If you spend over that amount, you get a free body shimmer, and it's huge. So I'm just going to put whether it's £30 or £35 here now. Okay, I've checked. You have to spend £35 to get the free body shimmer at the moment. Okay, and when you order any full-size product from Daniel Sandler, you get a free makeup bag. All right, whenever you order any one full-size product. But what you need to remember, because I did this on my first order, you need to remember to tick that you want it. Okay, you have to, in the checkout, you need to tick yes to the free makeup bag, and you will get this. And they're quite handy because they're plastic and they stay quite clean, and I use them a lot, and I put all my Daniel Sandler in it so I can kind of know what brands I'm looking for quickly during lives. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? So I want to, first of all, I haven't put on any powder. So what I want to do first of all is to try this bronzer. Now this bronzer is called Fiji, and he does another one called Riviera. Now Riviera is for light to medium, and then Fiji is for medium to dark. Now with me being medium, I wasn't sure which one to go for. So I did message him, and he said to try Fiji because it's got some terracotta undertones to it, and he thought it would show up. Just wanted to add exactly what he said. So he said it's got terracotta undertones and also a touch of pink undertone, which would add freshness to my cheeks. So it's terracotta and pink, and I think you probably can see that from the swatches. Okay, so if you're about my skin tone or above, go for Fiji. If you're lighter than me, go for Riviera if you're thinking. But these are so creamy in texture. Let me just open one of these for you. And there they are. Right, so this is, now this, when you go and put your finger on to these formulas, it melts. It's like butter. It melts right under your finger, and it feels very, very creamy. And it's just so easy if you're going out in the morning and you just want to kind of just get going in a rush. And look, I've got a tan, and you can see because of my watch on my hands. Anyway, here is, let me just, that's because I rubbed it from finger to finger. That is what Fiji looks like. So I'm really looking forward to using that as a bronzer. Then I will show you a swatch of the other one that I got, which is hot pink. And I love acid so much that I wanted to get a hot pink blush, because I realise how, I can't think of the word, but how good it is to have a pink blush, because you can still use it even when you're putting on peaches, because it just makes the cheeks pop with colour. Now, it looks a bit scary, but again, when you saw me applying acid, if you just pop some on the centre of your cheeks, it just gives you that natural flush, and then you can put whatever colour you want afterwards, or you can put it further up and have a pink blush, depending on what you want. The word I was looking for, by the way, is versatile. So a pink blush is very versatile, because you can use it whether you're going for a peach blush or a pink blush, in my opinion. It just depends. If you're going for a peach blush and you just want to have it on the epicenter of your blush, then you just put a tiny amount on the center of your cheeks. If you're going for a more pinker look on the rest of the face, then you can apply it as you would a normal blusher. And I'm just going to find the other one, which I didn't order and didn't get yesterday, but is the one that made me fall in love with this formula. So just hold on a second. Okay, so this is the other blush I've got, which is called Sunset. Now, this I've used a lot, and you can see how creamy it is, because you can see like an imprint of where your finger dips in. It comes off so creamy. It really is very creamy indeed. So don't, when you go in, expect it to be like other cream blushes and go and really press your finger in. Otherwise, you're literally going to dig right to the bottom of the pan. It's that creamy, and it's what makes it super blendable. So that's Fiji bronzer, that is hot pink, and this one is Sunset, which you could also use as a kind of bronzer if you want. I use it as a blush or a bronzer depending on my mood. Okay, so those are the blushes. Now let me just show you the new blush. You've seen it. So if anyone wants to look back up my 6 new shades of Daniel Sandler video, then I will link it below, because I did actually show you this in that. But this is now the full size, which is exactly the same, just before I was showing you the samples. So I just love that as a shimmery peachy glow for the spring. So I just had to get that one too, and I like the look of it on my skin. So yeah, and I checked back on my swatches as well, and on Beauty and the Bees. I don't think she had this one though, to see which one I wanted next, but that was definitely on my list. And I'm just going to go and charge up my phone camera, because it is now saying it's running short, and I'll be right back. Okay, and last up, I was going to show you this body shimmer, which at the moment you can get for free when you purchase so many products. Now, as I said, I don't normally go in for body shimmer. Here you can see it's a lovely gold, and I always say nobody does gold like Daniel. Now, I don't normally go in for it because basically I don't bear too much flesh in the summer. And when I do, I really just can't be bothered to put it on my body. You know, I don't go to events or wear ball gowns or anything like that. So I kind of don't tend to bother. But yesterday, what I did before I went out is I thought, well, you know, I've got it. I want to try it now. And I just dabbed some. I'm going to just, excuse me a minute. I'm just going to adjust my clothing so I can show you this. Okay, 3 hours later. Trying to find you parts of the body that I just don't feel self-conscious about to swatch this on, and I've just given up. Okay, now I don't know if you noticed, but you may or may not have noticed until I point it out to you, but I've got something called scoliosis, which is part of my spina bifida, And what that means is it means curvature of the spine. And basically, so it means that I've got one shoulder blade that's higher than the other. Which means, of course, that my shoulders, I've got one shoulder a lot higher than the other. And you may have noticed, or you may not have noticed. When I even try and show you on my shoulders, I just cringe and I don't want to do it. I don't feel comfortable doing it. And if I'm not comfortable, that's going to come across. So anyway, all I can say is that it does look lovely. It made my décolletage look nice. And it's just a nice free product. I can't really say much more than that. In the summertime, I think it will be really helpful in kind of just making your skin look a lot nicer on the bits that you've uncovered, and it will help even out if you're like me and you've got a more tanned face than you have the rest of your body. Then you can even out your complexion and it just looks lovely on. And that's certainly what I shall be using it for, is because I get to this point and I'm suddenly pale because I cover up all the time. Okay, so yeah, it's just a really nice product to get and a really generous size. So if you're into that and you like that, then it's free at the moment when you order a certain amount from Daniel Sandler. But let's get back to the makeup, the bit that I'm confident and feel confident about. And before I move on, I just want to tell you that the other product I was trying from MAC was this sample of Cleanse Off oil. And I was really impressed with it last night. I'd read some really good reviews and remembered that I had a sample. And I had quite a few layers of mascara on yesterday. And basically you put this on a dry face, you rub it in, and you can feel it melting off your mascara. Then you rinse your face and your makeup's just gone. It was brilliant. And when I went back in to do my second cleanse, there was hardly anything left on the tissue at all. Only a bit that I'd missed around my neck. And that was it. The mascara had gone. And it was great. I did go in after I rinsed my face just with a tissue because it's very difficult to rinse under your eyes, but it actually got all my mascara off. So I'm going to be getting a full size of this, and this is MAC Cleanse Off Oil. Really good for removing makeup. The one I've been using up to now is the Body Shop Chamomile Cleansing Butter, which is also very good, but this one knocks spots off it. It's even better. So yeah, just a little recommendation for you there. So now, gabbing away, but it's given me a chance to think about what I'm going to do. So first of all, I'm going to put some of this bronzer on because I can't wait to try it. And the bronzer shade is Fiji, which incidentally is where my dear papa comes from. He was born in Fiji. So hello, if anybody ever watches me from Fiji, hello there. And Bula, which is hello, in Fijian. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of bronzer here. Ooh, ooh. I see what he means about the terracotta. It's going to go with my headband. That is lovely. I like that. Go in lightly and build up because they are so creamy that you don't want to overdo it. And you really don't need that much. Just a slight dab of the fingers. And then I'm just going to literally touch my finger on the top. Just to put a little bit around the rest of my face. And actually I will be using this a bit as well to bronze down here. Definitely that will do a very good job of bronzing around the rest of my décolletage if I don't want to use the shimmery one. So I really like that. Now what I thought I'd do with the blush, as well as putting it on my cheeks, which I'm going to try now, is I might use this on my eyes as a base to use another little pink look by Daniel. So first of all, I just got to try this, and I'm actually going to use this as a blush, not just on the pop of my cheeks, because I just can't wait to try it. So this is going to dictate a pink look today. I love it. Look at that. Lovely pop of pink blush. And I'm now going to put a little bit on my lids and blend that in, and I'm going to kind of use this as a primer for what is to come next. I love pink on my lids. It's so eye brightening. So I'm just starting off very cautiously and building up if need be. Because I just want a light layer. Because this is very creamy, it is likely to crease on my lids because it's so creamy. So I just want enough of a layer to provide a good base for my eyeshadow, but not so thick that it's going to start sliding around. And a tiny bit on the tip of my finger, literally a tiny touch, and I'll put that underneath. My headband is quickly looking out of place with this look. Love it. And then I'm going to take Daniel's Glow palette, Radiant Glow palette, because that has got pinks in it. And then I'm going to go in with, again with my fingers, simple look today, as in not taking too much fuss. I'm going to go in with this one here at the bottom. No, I'm not actually. I'm going to go in with this one at the top. I always can't decide between these two, but I'm going to go in with this, and I'm going to pop that over the top like so. Yes, yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So I'm putting that all over the lid, this top pink. And then I'll pop a little bit of the gold in the middle, and because it's going over the pink, it should look rose gold. See how much you can do with your fingers. And then I'm going to swap palettes. Okay, now I've switched to the Beyond Sunset to use this shade here, which, as you know, I love as a transition shade. But I think that this will work really well with this pink, and it will kind of make it a dusky pink. So where I'm going over that pink blush that I've laid down as a primer, it's making it a kind of dusky, for want of a better term, given that we're talking about Daniel Sandler, a pillow talk blush, kind of dusky pink. So you're kind of mixing that light taupey brown with the hot pink underneath to give you a really nice dusky pink in the socket. Yes, I like that. And I'm going to be using this look again. And then I want a highlighter to really highlight the brow. So I'm going to switch palettes again. And I'm going to go back to the Radiant Glow palette, if I can find it. Radiant Glow, where are you? There you are. And I'm going to use the highlighter shade in this palette to just pop under my brow bone, this one here. Okay, I'm just going to use my pinky. Right, I'm going to go under my eyes now and do some stuff under my eyes. I'm just going to get Daniel's smudger brush. Now, as you know, I put a fingertip amount of this pink underneath my eyes. I'm just going to make sure, because I was so light with it, I want to make sure that I've got enough under there for the eyeshadow to adhere. So I'm going to go along. I put the tiniest amount that I can possibly put on that brush. Literally just dip it and wipe on the side of the palette. So that's the pink blush. Okay, and then I'm going to go over that with the smudge brush, and again using that shimmer shade that I used here first of all. And I'm going to go in a bit more generously with that. And then I'm going to take that transition shade again out of Beyond Sunset, and I'm going to go over it again with that. So we've got a nice dusky pink going on under our eyes, under my eyes. And then I'm going to take the brown on its own, this one again, and I'm just going to dot that on my upper lash line on its own. So it gives me definition, but it's quite subtle. Okay, now I'm going to get some eyeliner and mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to use one of my faux white pencils. Now, yesterday I did get two more. I got a lavender blush one, which, to be quite honest, is very similar to the pink one, but I just thought I'd want to try it. So it's a sort of lilac. It's a lighter hint of purple than the other one that's called Cloud something, which has also got a hint of purple. And I got a blue one, but I'm going to use for this, I'm going to use the green one, which is this one. because underneath I am going to put, so I'm going to put this in my lower waterline, like so. And then just around the outer edge here and here, I'm going to use Daniel's green, just to kind of give a contrast to the pink and the warmness of the pink, and help the eyes pop a bit more. So that faux white pencil will just help show the green, reflect the green that I'm using. And Daniel's pencils are really soft, and they don't need sharpening. And I don't find with his pencils, when I'm putting them all the way along, I don't find that they collect in the corner like some of the other eyeshadow pencils, eyeliner pencils. I'm just trying to work out whether to take that all the way across. No, I don't think I will. I'll just make sure that I smudge it out so that it doesn't look like it just suddenly stops in the middle. And then I don't think Daniel does mascara. He might do, but I don't think he does. I'm going to put on some mascara, but I'm going to put some mascara primer on first. And I used a different one yesterday, which I haven't shown you on here for a while. So I wanted to show it you. It's available on Beauty and the Boutique, and it's called Forget Fake Lashes. And it's very similar to the L'Oreal one and the Deal one that I use, but this one, instead of going on white, goes on sort of lightish brown. I think you can see the colour there, and it does really thicken your lashes. And if I want to really thicken them like I did yesterday, I just put on 2 coats of this. If you're a hoodie and you want to open up your eyes, it's really good. But as I say, the other good ones are L'Oreal Paradise Primer and Dior, but I think that L'Oreal is just as good and it's a lot cheaper. The only difference I think is that the Dior says that it has a serum in it that helps your lashes grow if you put it on at night. So I'm just making sure I've got 2 coats of that on, so that it really thickens up my lashes. Mind you, I shouldn't have put 2 coats under my lashes, but never mind. And then I'm going to put some mascara on, and I'll be right back and you can see what you think of this as a primer. Just thought I'd come back and show you. That's 1 coat of my mascara, MAC Upward Lash, after using that as a primer. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so you've heard the well-known saying. I've done my brows, by the way, and my mascara. You've heard my very well-known saying now, my catchphrase, that pigment is pigment. And therefore, I am going to continue on this theme. I love the dusky pink. I don't want to switch brands. And so I am going to make it happen with what I have in front of me. First of all, though, is I'm going to show you another product by Daniel Sandler, which, again, I haven't shown you much, which is his Colour Lock Prime and Fill Liner. Now, what this is a clear lip pencil, and it goes on clear, but you can line any lip with it, and basically it's going to stop it going over the edge. it's going to stop it bleeding in any way, and it fills in any lines that you might have. So I'm going to put that on first, and then I'm going to get on with the lip. Okay, and now I'm going to use, wait for this, I'm going to use Fiji, the bronzer, and I'm going to use this to mix myself a nice muted pink to go with this look, and hopefully this will work. And if it doesn't, you're going to see it. No more cutting my shoulders out and all of that business from what I did earlier. You are definitely going to see this as it happens. And hopefully, I'm sure it will work. So first of all, I'm going to dot some of this Fiji bronzer onto my lips. And then I'm going to put the pink over the top to make it a nice dusky pink, hopefully. So let's just try that. I keep forgetting which side to open these. They're not difficult to open. I just keep going in and trying to open it the wrong side. I forget which side is the clip opening. Right, here we go. So I need a little bit of this. I don't need too much because I don't want it hot pink like this. I want dusky pink. So I want it to mix with that bronzer and give me a dusky pink. So I'm just going to put about that much and then layer it up until I've got the colour that I want. That'll do nicely. And then I'm going to finish off, just finishing off my face really, because I've put no powder on any of my face because I like to apply the cream blushes and the watercolour blushes before powder. Okay, now if you need powder, now is the time to apply it. But what I want to do first is I want to actually use the Radiant Glow palette, which is here, to finish off my face. And I'm going to use this highlight, these two highlighters mixed together to give me a nice highlight. Just hold on a second and I'll be right back. Right, and in the time it's taken me to come back, I've decided I'm going to change my mind and I'm going to use gold, pink and the white mixed together, all of these, to give me a bit more of a rose gold highlighter. So a bit of the white, the cream colour one, a bit of the gold and a bit of this shimmery pink mixed together, dotted off on my hands. A bit more pink, I think. And then, what's that I've done there? And again. And then the remnants down the centre of my face. Like so. Just making sure that's all blended in. And then to finish off, I'm just going to take some Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder just to get rid of the bits of shine that I don't want. So I'll be right back. So taking a clean setting brush by Real Techniques and Charlotte's Flawless Finish Powder, I'm just going to go over the bits around my nose and on my nose that tend to get oily throughout the day. I will set a little bit under my eyes, just a tiny bit, because Daniel's concealer is quite creamy, so it'll just make sure that it doesn't crease. I just kind of dabbed a little bit, and I tend to get oily on my chin, so it's kind of this T-zoney area and a little bit up there. And that, my friends, is my look today, using all Daniel Sandler products apart from my brows, which were Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brows, the mascara, which was the Forget Fake Lashes from Beauty and the Boutique, and then my MAC Upward Lash, the NYX eyeshadow, the white eyeliner, the NYX Faux White in Mint Cream underneath, and the Charlotte Airbrush Flawless Finish. Everything else was Daniel Sandler, details below. Have a lovely day, and I hope to see you all at the weekend. Take care. See you soon. And I haven't forgotten, I will be doing some swatches of those 3 Charlotte Tilbury palettes and showing you the ones that I was talking about in terms of the Dreamgasm palette, and I'll be putting that up later. All right, take care. Have a lovely day, folks. Love you all, my Ali Pallies.